Welcome to Homework Lib.
Let's think of this in parts. Let's first find this length for the right triangle. If it's 22 and 31 for the total, you could subtract that, and that's going to be 9 units. And then we can complete with the Pythagorean theorem. This would have to be 12. It's a multiple of the 3, 4, 5 triangle. Or, like I said, use the Pythagorean theorem, and you'll find that that is 12, which means the radius is 6. Now let's deal with the triangle. The area of the triangle is going to be 1/2 times the base times the height, which would be 54. And then we have a 12 by 22 rectangle. 12 by 22 is 264. And then we have a semicircle with radius 6. The area of a circle is pi times the radius squared, but we are a semicircle, so we divide that by 2. And so pi times 6 squared divided by 2 is 56.5 to the nearest 10th. And we'd add those together. So we have to add another 264 and 54. For a total of 374.5. And in number 8, think of it as a trapezoid subtracting a triangle. The area of a trapezoid is 1/2 times the sum of its bases times the height. The two bases of the trapezoid are 12 and 8. But we still have to find the height, which, think of this as a right triangle. That's going to be a 1. I'm going to redraw that triangle here because we got a hypotenuse of 6, a length of 1. We need to find the height. And so 1 squared plus the height squared would equal 6 squared with the Pythagorean theorem. And so the height squared would be equal to 36 minus 1, or 35. So it's the square root of 35. And the square root of 35 is 5.9 to the nearest 10th. Okay. So 5.9, although I'll round at the end. So I'm going to call it the square root of 35 here. The area of the triangle that we're going to subtract would be 1/2. The base of the triangle is 2, and the height is the square root of 35. And so the area of the whole thing would be 1/2 times 20 times the square root of 35. That's the trapezoid, minus the triangle, which is 1/2 times 2 is 1, so it's just be minus the square root of 35. Half of 20 is 10, so 10 square root 35 minus the square root of 35 is going to be the same as 9 square root 35. Exactly. Or, like I said, you could just done 9 times the square root of 35. Either way, you get 53.2 to the nearest 10th. And that would be square meters.